You're watching Alabama's WVUA News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Smeek Alexander. Thanks for joining us. Hundreds of area residents are getting their first chance to ice skate here in Tuscaloosa. Tonight marks the opening night of Holidays on the River. And as WVUA's Travis Leader tells us in tonight's top story, this is an attraction many would like to see stick around.
When word got out about an ice skating rink in Tuscaloosa, many residents were ready to bust out their ice skates and hit the rink.
Oh, I was ecstatic. I posted it on Facebook. I plan to be here every night.
And word got around to others in the area.
No, I read it on Facebook and I was super excited. I was like, finally.
Although many people came out for opening night, some say they plan to come back for more fun during the holidays.
I love that this is here, and I love ice skating, so I'll be coming back here a lot.
Skating's a lot harder than it looks. What's your best move that you have on the ice? What do you think you can still do?
Oh, probably fall down.
Some of these skaters haven't been on the ice in years, but they said it didn't take long to regain what was once lost.
The last time I went ice skating was in Birmingham many years ago, but it took me a couple minutes while I was skating, but it brought it all back up, you know.
After taking her daughter for the first time, Burleson says she hopes to bring her back for future holidays.
I hope it stays. I hope it stays. I hope they do it every year.
In Tuscaloosa, Travis Leader, WVUA News.
Now, the Holidays on the River event goes on throughout the holiday season all the way until January 6th. Ice skating admission is $10 for children, 12 and under, and $12 for adults. Ice skates come with the admission. For more information, including how you can take ice skating lessons, call Tuscaloosa's 311. And speaking of the ice rink, a very special visitor made a stop at the Holidays on the River attraction this evening as well. Our Molly Mitchell caught up with Santa for a look into what it's like to be an iconic figure.
He has a big beard and he has a hat.
Oh yes, he does. And this Santa Claus is well educated in his career.
Got a master's degree in Santology. I'll go for my PhD.
This Kris Kringle even has a handcrafted wooden sleigh that has treated him well for the last 500 years.
We have a computer display that shows the Great Kids list. It has a GPS, and we can input the children's address, and we're there. We've got a time delay function on this sleigh because sometimes I need a little extra time.
Papa Noel jingles his sleigh to many states to hear children's wishes.
Bouncy pony and the one that moves its head has a saddle and a bell dress.
Santa Claus gets the opportunity to sit down with thousands of children each Christmas, and every one of these children's wishes touches his heart.
Children share some things with me that would almost break your heart. My mom's got cancer. My grandma died. How can I just have one more day with her? And I try and answer these things as honestly as I can to them.
As the Christmas season presses on, keep urging kiddos to stay on the nice list. But Santa has a surprise.
Just a secret between me and you, there's no bad children.
Reporting in Tuscaloosa, Molly Mitchell, WVUA News.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas all around town. The University of Alabama has begun its holiday preparations. Today, the grounds crew started assembling the giant Christmas tree in front of the Rose Administration Building. The artificial tree will have lights and is expected to be finished in the next couple of days. Well, the countdown to Christmas has begun, and one of the highlights of the Christmas season in Tuscaloosa County is the West Alabama Christmas Parade. And this year, for the first time, your home team is bringing you the entire parade live. Marching bands, beautiful floats, and Santa Claus himself will ride through downtown Tuscaloosa. It's set for next Monday at 6:30, and your home team will have special coverage of the Christmas tree lighting ceremony and the parade. So don't miss the 37th annual West Alabama Christmas Parade. That's Monday, December 3rd, starting at 6:30 right here on WVUA TV. And turning now to the weather, let's get a first check on Alabama's home team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott. Richard, I tell you, our work week got off to a rather wet start earlier today.
Yet to make it some showers happening across parts of our state now. Most of the activity still back to the west. We're waiting on this upper level disturbance to move closer to us to bring the good rain to our state. So far, it's kind of held back off towards the west. But you notice a shower thunderstorm activity developing back over the Mississippi River Delta in North Louisiana. That's going to spread in again later tonight and early tomorrow, but it's not going to be a long-lasting event. In fact, the rain will likely spread out pretty quickly tomorrow after lunch. Temperatures still mild for this time of the evening at this time of the year. 61 Tuscaloosa and Birmingham. Temperatures will go back downhill slowly tonight, but they do warm right back up tomorrow. So we're talking 62 for that afternoon high around 3 o'clock tomorrow. But it's going to get a lot warmer as we go towards the weekend. We're talking 70s by the weekend. We've got the full details plus your 7-day planner. That's coming up in a bit. Stick around.
Thanks, Richard. If you're planning on cheering on the Tide in Atlanta, you're not alone. It's already a sellout game, but there are still a few ways to get a seat, but it might cost you. WVUA's Jennifer Edwards has more.
After both Alabama and Georgia demolished their biggest in-state rivals on Saturday, Candace Cardin with T-Town Tickets says the phones have been ringing off the hook with fans looking for SEC championship tickets.
People are excited, especially since the SEC means something now, and we've clinched it. You know, we were always kind of going, but nobody was really excited until everything kind of fell our way a couple weekends ago, and now people are excited and definitely starting to call this morning for tickets.
Monday afternoon, the cheapest ticket on StubHub.com was $350, and the most expensive was more than $1,000. Cardin says demand is high, but it's nothing out of the ordinary for the SEC championship.
I recommend buying in advance so you're not buying on the street from somebody you don't know. But definitely tickets are out there, and it's pretty easy to get tickets right now.
Let's say you have your ticket, but you're looking for a way to the game. Tuscaloosa Charter Service may have your answer.
We're going to be leaving out from the University Mall at 9 o'clock on Saturday. I think the game starts around 3 or so we'll get there in plenty of time. It's $40 round trip. You can bring a small personal cooler if you like, and just sit back and leave the driving to us.
Monroe says this is the company's way of showing its support for the Tide.
By showing up in mass numbers and helping them to see that although it's the SEC championship game and we're playing Georgia in Atlanta, we want to make it seem like it's an Alabama home game.
Monroe says they'll take as many buses as they need. Reporting in Tuscaloosa, Jennifer Edwards, WVUA News.
Now, Monroe also tells us they'll take seat reservations until Friday. At least one bus will pick up fans in Birmingham. For more information or to book your seat, you can contact 205-556-7575. And for ticket information, you can contact T-Town Tickets at 205-345-2500. Well, fans are also being warned to be on the lookout for fake tickets when using websites like StubHub. When purchasing a ticket, fans are advised to look for the authentic SEC holographic foil located on the ticket. The SEC and the Georgia Dome will offer a ticket validation window at the main box office in the Georgia Dome beginning at 10 a.m. on December 1st. Kickoff is set for later that day at 3 p.m. Central Time on CBS. On your Crime Watch tonight, the search for a shoplifting suspect that happened last week at the Walmart on Skyland Boulevard. Officers were told the suspect, you see in this picture, walked into the luggage department and took 2 suitcases from the shelf. The suspect then met with another individual and left the store without paying for the luggage. Both suspects reportedly got into a red truck and left the parking lot. If you know these men, you're asked to contact Tuscaloosa County Crime Stoppers at the number there on your screen, 205-752-STOP. Well, Alabama's top officials say state Medicaid is facing a major funding shortfall. According to Alabama health officials, federal changes will add $30 million to their funding needs for 2014. State officials say they were unaware of these changes back in September when voters approved using $437 million from a state fund. Officials are looking to switch to a managed care system to save money. Where nearly 500 new jobs could be opening up in Alabama over the next few years as some businesses expand and new commerce moves in. Raytheon Company opened a missile production facility in Huntsville today. It created 35 new jobs and expects to create 300 more at its new facility at Redstone Arsenal. And the expansions of some existing businesses and a new plant will create more than 200 new jobs in Walker and Bibb County. Fontaine Trailer Company is adding 100 jobs, while auto supplier Amtex is adding 75. Grant money will help employ 45 more people to help bring water service to Tyson Kump, which is in Bibb County. Well, when WVUA News at 10 returns, Cyber Monday is almost over, but there are still a few days left where you can find a good deal. And the Crimson Tide has kicked off preparations for their SEC championship showdown against the Georgia Bulldogs. Jerry Harris will have a report in Alabama's home team sports.